Far east of the Sword Coast, the Shadowvar and Discoverin have fallen. The Shadow Storm is no more. Sembia is fractured into city-states. A mysterious hero rises from the ashes to usher in a new era of prosperity. Yet there is still suffering. Cormyr and the wild elves of the Daerlands offer war on all sides. Earth motes, madness, and shadow dragons plague the lands. These are the tales of the heroes who ended that suffering. 1491 DR, the year of Sembian revival.
Morning, Em.
Morning.
What a night, huh?
Tense. I can't say that I slept much. I laid awake thinking about those undead creatures. And Sonya. Hells. Did you know she could fight like that?
I've always had my suspicions she could wield a blade. I didn't know that she was a sorceress.
How do you know she's a sorceress?
I've never seen her carry a book, let alone a spell book.
There are other forms of magic that do not require any sort of text.
Maybe. Should we let her sleep?
She's still out pretty hard. Let's let her rest for another hour or so. She must be pretty smart after last night.
Have you ever seen someone sling so many spells over multiple hours?
I can't say that I've had the misfortune to experience anything quite like last night. Were those undead part of these strange events you mentioned yesterday?
An army of undead raising up spontaneously out of the Red Meadow? I definitely put that in the strange event category. But this sort of wild magic thing is happening all the way to the Scar. It's all across Sembia.
For a while, I thought we wouldn't be able to keep up with the pace they were coming. But then, all at once, they just fell. Dead.
Yeah, we did all right. And we managed to save the booze.
Nice of Maurice to let us crash here, above the foremast.
Yeah.
I think my trip to find the Lord High Governor just got a bit more interesting with all these wild magic occurrences going on.
Do you mind if I tag along with you to Daerlun? I have some business to attend up there.
Of course! I'd love to have the company. Well, I'm all packed up. I think until Sonya wakes up, I'll run and get us some breakfast. Then we can say our goodbyes.
I'll run home and pack my things and meet you back here. Try not to stir up any trouble on the way to the bakery.
Funny. I'm pretty sure the trouble usually follows you, my friend. See you soon.
You did well last night. Easy, Sonya. There will be time for alarm soon enough. Get up and ready yourself.
Are the men coming for me again?
No, your situation is far more dire at the moment.
What do you mean? How do you know this? And why is a voice in my head trying to help me escape?
Start with what you know.
I know that there is a bounty for my capture, for some reason. But I don't know who has put the bounty on me, or why.
What do you know?
I am Shadowvar. For years, I've tried to find a safe place to live. I thought I'd found it here in Jario.
Where did you once call home?
Sakura's.
The now fallen floating city of the Shadowvar, the symbol of Sembian subjugation by the Netherese?
Yes, but you already knew this, didn't you?
Yes. Do you think that this bounty was established because you are Shadowvar?
No. The other Shadowvar either went back home to the Anorak Desert, or they were rounded up by mobs. There have been no need for bounties.
So why are you being targeted?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Think back to the day Sakura's fell, when your friends and allies were being transported off the island, or desperately trying to find Vesserab to mount. What happened to you?
was... So you were the bounty hunter.
Stay down and you will not be hurt.
I don't stay down.
That was not the right answer. What is that sound? What are you trying to do?
I'm here. It's Matoa. Get up, Sonya. We need to go. Siren! Over here.
I told you that trouble finds you. Is he Shadar-kai? There is something you don't see every day.
There's another Shadar-kai down at the end of the street coming this way.
Run, Sonya. If he catches you, there will be no escaping. Run.
We have to go. How do you get out of the city?
We stick to our plan. Let's head north and make for Daerlun. But we need to stay off the road. Follow me. We'll cut through the Red Meadow.
The marsh with all the undead? Oh, excellent. Sounds like the start of another exciting day in Sembian. We've been fighting this marsh all day. We need to find a place to rest soon, before it gets dark.
I heard of a place farther up on the river Lurlar where we could possibly rest.
Possibly? That doesn't sound very reassuring.
Well, it's a little remote.
Remote sounds good to me.
The man that lives there is a bit eccentric. It's hard to say whether he will welcome us or whether
Whether what?
he will attack us. He tends the trees near his home, and they often, rumor has it, do his bidding.
He controls the trees.
I've heard of this man. His name is Koril. He is an arch-druid who's lived along the river for over a century. They tell tales of Koril's wealth across the sea at Westgate.
Shh, shh, shh. What was that?
What did you hear?
Someone is following us.
Then we keep going. Let's go.
I think we lost them.
Not likely, my half-elven friend. It was mighty foolish of you to bring your pursuers to my home.
Excuse our intrusion, Master Koril. This is Sonya. And Matoa, I'm Siren. Unfortunately, we did not have any other choice but to pass this way. We are hunted by Shadar-kai, out of the Shadowfell.
You are not.
What does that mean?
You have but one group of pursuers, and they are the same group of elves that have plagued me for months. They are after my seed, don't you know?
Sir, where have you brought us? This man is crazy.
Come, come, sit down here close to the house. I'll have my friends watch the perimeter. I suppose you need a place to rest tonight.
If that wouldn't be too much trouble.
No trouble, no trouble. You actually arrived right on time.
On time for what, exactly?
Has anyone ever told you, Siren, that you look very familiar?
Yes, I get that a lot.
I see. Well, let me welcome you all to Koril's Well. Koril's Well.
Why is this place called Koril's Well?
Koril's Well. I don't know. I've never been able to figure that out. I don't make the maps after all.
Why are these wild elves after your seed?
That's a silly question. My seed is the strongest in all the land. Its potency is unmatched.
Are we talking about your masculinity?
Goodness, no. Sonya and Matoa, I think you may need to watch your friend Siren here. He's a little slow sometimes, isn't he? The coral seed is a magical device. I created it to heal the damage we humans have done to the land of Sembian. The only thing is that...
Did you lose it?
by the hair of Sylvanus, no. That would have been catastrophic. What I realized after I created it was that it was too powerful to use.
Why not just destroy it?
Siren, you can't destroy an artifact level magical device.
Yes, to say the least.
So these wild elves are after your coral seed.
Yes, and they must not get it. While my intention was to reforest Sembia from the hundreds of years of logging, I'm afraid the wild elves would weaponize it to exact revenge on the people who have taken their lands.
How could reforesting the plains be dangerous? There are miles and miles of unoccupied space out there.
Imagine an explosion. Except instead of fire, the ground would erupt with vegetation for as far as the eye could see. The ground would shake, tear down any man-made structures. People would be swallowed up, and the buildings would be destroyed. There would be nothing left but pure forest and dense vegetation.
I can see why the coral seed might be dangerous.
Really? Good. Good. Then I'll need you to hang on to it for me.
Excuse me?
You are excused. Now hang on while I go inside and get you, I see.
This trip keeps getting more and more interesting.
Though this marks the end of the episode, the tale continues within a 10-day. Join us at longwinded.one and consider giving us a review on Apple Music, Spotify, or really whichever platform you choose.